Hello, Vengeancer here again, and today we're going to do some horsey things. I've been going hard on life skilling recently. Pretty much all I've done this week, we're having more life skill XP, so 50% on everything. But I've been leveling my stuff. I'm Master 21 on Gathering. I've been doing some bunch of training. So my mission is to shift away from enhancing for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, however long it takes me to get where I need to be. And I want to get my mount situation fixed. I want to work on training. I want to push my gathering on up to Guru. I'm going to gather as many hours as I can until this event is off. And then we'll switch over to hunting. I have the crystal sets for both hunting and gathering. I have an artifact set to give me XP. And then also I have my training stuff on right now. But I have Trimanos Hunter's Clothes. I've got the sniper and the matchlock. Kind of went over that last time, I think. The other big exciting news is I need to go and switch this one over, but that'll make 33 and 35. So I literally am 2 brilliant rock salts away from a carrot. So I've almost got the carrot done. So there's the updates on that. Wait, one last thing I need to update before I do these attempts. Forest Path Wagon, 1800 Trace of Forest. I had to use a bunch of them for forest crystals for the hunting set. I had like 2,000. I had to use like 300 and something of them. I have everything else. I got all the Trace of Deaths. I got all the Trace of Memories. So I'm just kind of waiting on my Calpheon node to build up more traces. And then when I get close, if I want to finish it off, I'll just buy the rest. I have all the weeds that I need. You need 4,000 of each of these, so I got a couple more thousand to go. And then we'll be done with the Forest Path Wagon that I've been slowly collecting materials for in the background. I have the... Where are they hidden at? I have the 40 elements that I need, and I also have 2,000 pieces of image. You need 8,000 altogether, but these 40 will turn into 6,000, because you get 150 pieces of image per element. And of course, I'm still collecting all of the tier 10 mats that I need for tier 10 horse attempts. But that's the other thing that leads me to on my horses. Serendia Hideout. So, I gotta finish leveling up this tier 6. It became a courser, so I'm gonna level it to 30 and then sell it. It's worth more than Imperial in it. But I've Imperialed all the other tier 6s and started on the tier 8s. I've got all my tier 8s lined out. I had a couple of breeding reset coins that I wanted to use that I'd gotten from events here and there. So I used those. And I have 3 tier 8 males and a tier 8 female, which is good. This one has sprint, so maybe it'll turn into another courser. I don't know. So does this one. They both do. But I used about half of my mount skill coupons that I've collected over the course of the events that have been going on to make a male courser that I'm about to do these attempts on. I already have all 6 tier 9 horses, male and female, that I need to make the tier 10. So if this one goes today, I'll just sell it. I'll level it up and sell it. The other thing is in Trent, I have 4 of these from doing seasons. They're all female. They're tier 8 females, and they start with a bunch of the courser skills. So I need males more than females. So I'm glad that I got the 3 tier 8 males. So here's all my horse stuff. I got enough to do 18 attempts, I think, if I have enough of these materials. We'll see. I don't know, to be honest, but we're gonna try it. Course of training. So it'd be best. It's a weird sound. It's the skills leveling up. Okay, so it would be best if it was a Pegasus that would bring the most money. So we're gonna send out 50 of you. That'll put me to 100. And we're gonna do 25 of you. I guess I could skip that. I don't need to do that. And we're gonna do 25 of you. Cool. Now we're gonna tap. Can we one tap it? First go. Nope. Okay, so we're gonna need 25 of you. Whoops, I clicked the wrong button. And we're gonna need 25 total, so we can do 5 of you. And 5 of you. And 5 of you. I'm doing this slow. And all this crap is just from like a bunch of, these are all from fishing, and it's just farming and just random stuff that I have procured over the course of the last like few months, because I don't think I've done tier 9 attempts in a while. Alright, click number 2. I wonder if this is going to be one of those horses that end up not giving me I need 10 of these, not 10 of these, and then 5, and 5. I mean, I would prefer it go Pegasus, then it would be worth more, but I don't really care. I just want it to go. Once you have all of the tier 9 horses, there really isn't anything to do with the rest of these. Alright, attempt number 4. That linger though. Yeah, like I said, these materials are just kind of sitting in storage, taking up space. I mean, you could sell these for extra, I guess. Tip number 5. But I like trying to make my own horse instead of just selling the materials. And you can't sell the event ones that give you like 10. Well, I say they're event, but so given these mysterious blue conch, the Fruviarnos, and the brilliant crimson flowers that give you 2% instead of 1, you can't sell those anyway. So at this point, really all you have in it is the cost of crons, which they were all event crons anyway. Most of them. Alright, attempt number 7. Oh. I mean, we're only going to go up to 18, because I only got 1,800 crons, so... let's see, how many does this leave? 58, so I need 2, 42. 10, we're going to be out of... We're gonna be out of Pegasus materials here pretty quick. Tempt 8. Fail. Terrible RNG today. We're one shy. And we need 10 of you. 5 of you. That's alright, we can overstack. Alright, attempt 9. Pegasus. Perfect. That just made me a ton of silver. So, 9 attempts. What is that? 900 crons, 9 stones, and not too bad on the, like the free mats and stuff. So, pretty good. Male Pegasus. I need to transfer that back to Heidel so I can train it. Ready is the one I want. Transport to Heidel. Go. Cool. Now we're going to fly back to Heidel. That's right. Ensue the comments about how carried I am. Trust me, as much as I record successes, I make up for it in other areas. Like, I cannot get drops for anything. The monster drops. The monster drops are awful for me. Like, I managed to drop like the compass parts back when I did that, but I ended up having to like farm out at least 2 of them, and I didn't get the full piece. I had to do pities on those. So my item drop RNG is terrible. But it seems like my enhancing / tapping or attempts, whatever you want to call it, it seems like I have good RNG in that area, but in the other areas it's just awful. So, no updates on armor yet. I haven't really worked on it. I need to, I guess what my roadmap looks like for my plan is right now work on life skilling. I'm going hard into horse training because I want to push for tier 10 attempts and just kind of get a good foundation for how I can set up to do those, and just I needed to start doing the dailies. Now that here probably tomorrow I will be done with the carrot grind, other than just bartering for coins to get the carrot green gear to start the blue gear process. I'm probably going to put that on hold and start working on the other life skills. So in terms of grinding, I'll be doing hours on life skilling for now. I want to push the guru to gathering like I said before, and once that is done, I'm going to extract all of my life gathering crystals, sell them off, get them out of my crystal inventory, because once I hit guru I don't need XP anymore. And then I'm going to push for the hunting, and then I'll get those crystals out of the way and I'll have everything at guru. And then I'm going to take all the materials from hunting and gathering and push my alchemy to guru. And once all that stuff's at guru, then we just have training and farming to worry about, because trading will level itself periodically as I turn in trade crates, so I'm not too worried about it. But the training is the one I'm going to have to get really busy on. Well, you know, let's just talk about my horse training setup before I get off of here. So I bought this set off the marketplace, if I remember right. It's the Darkthorn set, but if you got all 4 pieces, you have a 10% chance higher of learning a skill. So it helps the mount learn skills. I have the riding crop to give more max movement speed and auto run speed. That helps with training. Tap Manos clothes gives more training XP and mastery. The mastery is important because for training you get more chances for your horse to learn skill, plus you get mount XP. 39%. But as your mastery goes up, so if you use like a Courser's Aura, you get more mastery and a black tea for mount XP, and then there's also some other Courser things like these draughts. They give you training mastery and stuff. You get the XP from either one of those. They're the same thing, they're just different durability. But this one gives you 25 mastery, this Tonetail Windmill. So I get about 100 extra mastery. So I'm running just under 1600 when I'm doing that. Of course, I have a little bit of training mastery from the artifact set too. So I'm not running life crystals for training. It's an AFK activity, so I didn't want to invest several billions over into a crystal set. But I did do an artifact set because it just helps. So this was the one that you need. It's called Into the Sunset. If you need it, you can hit F1, scroll. And I don't understand why I'm getting this. And then it won't actually load. Okay, we're gonna... Come on, let me through. You scroll down over here on the left and you get to Lightstone combinations. And then you just scroll down and you can find the one. But the one you need is Into the Sunset. At least that's the one that I use, because it gives mount XP 15%. So with that, the Manos Crop and the Trainer's Clothes with the Mastery, you get quite a bit of XP. Obviously the Manos accessories help. As far as these go, my artifacts, I just have 2 training mastery ones. Well, I have a life skill mastery and a training mastery. So there's that. He said crystal don't matter. I have several pets. My little cookie cat here has 5% training XP. And I have a turtle that I got from an event. It has mount or training XP. And then I have a Hate that I got that gives mount XP 3%. That would be up higher if it was tier 4. But it's not tier 4. So it's not as high. But that's fine. Put those all on there. So overall that gives me 3% mount XP, 10% training XP, and then I have 8% life. So it helps. Not a huge amount, but it does help. And then if you have a costume tailoring coupon, you can put the trainer's clothes into an actual costume, and I wear that instead of the cash shop one. It gives me buffs overall for mount skill, horse capture, mount XP, and training XP. So that's kind of my set. I don't run... I mean, if you're trying to level the training itself, you can run the trance tier. It gives you 30% life XP, but I don't run that. I just don't run a stone whenever I'm doing it. I do have the 10% life XP Caphras journal, though, that I run. Now, we're going to check in that horse. He's going to be transporting a little bit, but what I do is I take out my horse, and if I'm trying to gain a skill, I put this set on it so it gets 10% extra. But if I'm not, here is my auto route that I use. So you want to go from this side of Heidel to this little crook in the fork in the road, and it's easy if you just go down here to where this horse turns slow. Let me go back over here. This video turned into kind of a convoluted thing, but I wanted to do my little mount training guide afterwards. So I usually set my horse right here, which is like right on the edge of Heidel, because if you go past this rock, it turns into not safe zone. Just give it a second. See, Demi Riverbank. So I always set my little guy like right in here, and then I just bring up my map, and I just click somewhere over here by this little fork in the road, and then set it to auto route. So once you click somewhere, it'll pop up. You can hit auto route, or you can save, and then you can save it to a preset. So I have the loop here, but this is usually the route I take when I horse train, because it doesn't leave the safe zone, so nobody can knock you off your horse. And I like to leave it overnight and minimize to tray, so as long as your internet doesn't micro disconnect you. But as long as you don't go past this area here, you'll stay in the safe zone. And you won't have anything to worry about. People can't knock you off your horse. There are other routes. I used to go, instead of going straight like this, I used to go up the main street to the right, up past the central market. But I noticed that if I have to do that, I have to load all the players and NPCs that go up there. And just going straight like this is, it's a little bit better. I don't have to load as many players and stuff. So this is my Heidel route. Now, all that being said, that's kind of my little quick horse guide on top of the horse taps. And what I will do is I'll get this posted for y'all. I've got to be gone later, so by the time you're seeing this, I'm gone, out and about doing stuff. But I want to say one more thing. Now that I'm diving back into life skilling, the progress is very slow, and there's not much for me to like show on video. So what I want to do is I'm going to make as much progress as I can and do these videos on Fridays like I've been doing. I want to throw some one-offs here and there. Maybe make guides like this one. Just kind of show how I do what I do. And other than that, I want to add in some other content. I know people that are just strict video watchers might be a little upset about it, but I can't help it. I need content for the channel, and Black Desert is to the point where I've reached a point where progress is slow, and that's just the nature of MMORPG. So I'm gonna try and throw some Guild Wars stuff here in when I can. It won't be over top. I'll still do the BDO stuff, but I want to add to it just in case like I'm lacking progress for a week. Because if I sit and I horse train all week, I'm not gonna have anything to show for it. Like, it'll be just like this video. Oh, here, I made like 6 tier 8 horses. That's boring. Nobody wants to watch that. I can tell you how I did it. I can show you how to make a courser. I'll make a guide on that the next time I get a tier 8 courser run going. I've got 20 something more mount coupons. I could probably make another courser. I'll attempt it. But I have to level the horse up to about 15, and if it's starting to get several skills that I need for the courser, then I start doing my 4-chop rolling method that is pretty popular. That's what I do, but I usually go to 15, 16, and then I start resetting using the coupons that I've gotten from events and stuff. But I think if I add another RPG to the channel, it'll be good. And I lean towards Guild Wars 2. I've tried to play it in the past, and I always enjoy the game, but the combat's just so different from BDO. I need to spend some time just playing it. And I think that it'll be good because it's such a different type of game. It's not combat heavy. It seems like more relaxed, just not so grindy until maybe later on the end game, but at least there's like a story. In BDO, I've noticed there is no immersion in BDO. It's just a combat game. You don't have a big story. Like, I don't give a crap about the quests and the lore in BDO, you know. They didn't make it to where it seems like you don't feel like a main character, you know. You don't feel like you're immersed in a journey like a D&D campaign. You just don't. It was like the questing and story were afterthoughts, and that's fine. I like BDO for the combat and the life skilling and all of that stuff, and the enhancing. And that stuff is fine. I also like a good story. I like my character to feel like it's part of a world and part of, like, I'm doing something, you know, the quest means something. So I think Guild Wars 2 might be a good change of pace while I'm grinding out some life skills. I can set my horse to train and then go play Guild Wars 2 and record some of that stuff and port it over to videos in the channel, and that way you guys get basically 2 for 1. And I think it'll be good. And if it doesn't get a lot of views, then it doesn't get a lot of views. But it's just, if in the future BDO dies and we want the channel to stay around, I have to diversify. And I've never been a strict BDO content creator. I've always done all kinds of games. So I think that this will be good. And I just don't want anyone to think that it's me saying I'm done with BDO and I'm quitting and moving away from it. No, I want to branch out. And I don't plan on quitting BDO. I'm having a fantastic time on here, and everything's going great, and I love it. Getting back into life skilling has renewed my enthusiasm for the game. I mean, everything's going great, so I do get frustrated with developer decisions and that kind of stuff, and I do vent on here, but it doesn't mean I want to walk away from it. I have yet to see a game that holds my interest like BDO does. So, but anyway, I've drone on long enough. I showed you what I wanted to show you, relayed what I wanted to relay, and so I'm going to cut this off. You guys have a good weekend, and if you're like me, in the path of a winter storm here in North America, then watch yourself, stay off the roads, you know, that kind of thing. And if you do have to get out, well, be careful. Ice is no joke. I've had my fair share of bad times. Maybe I'll relay that story another time, but I got hit head on one time because of somebody that didn't know how to drive on ice, and they were doing way faster than they should have while I was sitting still. So that's a story for another time, and that's a big story from my past, but just take away from that what you will. Be careful. So appreciate all the support, appreciate all the views, comments. I've been reading them. I'll try and reply here this weekend when I can. I've just been a little swamped, but enjoy your weekend, and as always, until next time.